everybody, Geraldine Rose here. Hey, it's just about the end of the month. Time for one last rainbow card. Oh my gosh. We just had the best hop over on Instagram. There was about 22 of us that threw it together at the last minute. It was Pride Month. We couldn't let that go by, right? So we've got so many friends that are out in our LGBTQ community, and I'm guaranteeing you've got one even if you don't know they are. Doesn't matter what your skin color is, your height, your weight, your sexual orientation, your culture, your religion, your non-religion. Hey, it's about what's inside, what's in your heart, right? So I wanted to make a point about this. Yeah, Gemini puns, right? I used pointillism in the background of my card. I pulled out my Better Press and my Glimmer machine, and I got out the spell binders. It was the Cosmos backdrop. Set it down with some rainbow foil. You can see here, this is how slowly I'm running it through my die cut machine. That is real time because you want the pressure and the heat to set that foil against the cardstock. And you can tell at the beginning, I pulled out my hammer mill because hammer mill is one of the best cardstocks papers for using for foiling. And look at that foil reveal. Oh, it's so pretty. It's all shimmery rainbow. And that part alone just makes me happy. Now this set has got the stencils with it too. And I thought what I would do would be like I don't know what the word would be, transmuted, transformed, an odd rainbow. Anyways, not your standard rainbow of colors. So I started throwing down them in like patches of 3 through there and not lining them up in the order that they would go in a rainbow. I started out with the yellow because yellow, it disappears so quickly when the other colors go over top of it. And I keep flipping it back to see how it looks up against the other petals, right? Now down in that bottom, you can see I've got one yellow-orange petal in among the blue and the purple and the pink flower at the bottom, that Cosmos. And I later was like, okay, yeah, no, that doesn't work. So I went and brought in some more pink to cover it up to change that tone because it was just like, it's not going to have just one petal like that. Even though it was a neat effect, I liked it. Now for the leaves, I again used the yellow because lighter color, more of a calming color, and just hints of green on the one side. I didn't want them to be as crazy as what the flowers were. This Better Press, this plate, has got little dots of foil all through it in the background. And I wanted to accentuate that. You can see how it's white here now, but the flowers and the leaves don't stand out, right? You would have to flip that card back and forth to actually capture the shiny, shiny, bling, bling of the foil over it. And oh, the rainbow one, it's so nice when it flips back and forth. So I came in with a rainbow assortment of my alcohol markers, and I put thousands and thousands of dots in. And you can see I'm finishing up here. I started out with like the purples, the navies, the dark greens, some reds, some of the yellows. So I've got all of the rainbow of colors in the background, dot by dot by dot with this pointillism. And then I came back over top with a black jelly pen to add more of like a VHS effect over top of it so that you would look at it and it would kind of shift a little bit. But having that dark in the background, the contrast really makes those flowers pop out even more. I needed a big, bold sentiment for the front. So this is the waffle flowers, the oversized friend print. I did that 4 layers. And I find that for me, the tittle, it's easier to put it on a little piece of satin tape and then to glue the other dots on top of it because I am wanting to emboss this. Now, if I was just putting it directly on the card, no problem. I would be doing that on the card. But this one, you see, I've got it ready because I've got the Versamark out. I have got my UT. This is an ultra thick embossing powder, and I'm going to be dipping it twice. So I've got the Versamark across the top, tapping it off. And I find with the UT, you see how I've got the heat gun so that it's going from the top and the bottom, from the sides? I find because it's so thick, if you blow straight from the top, it just blows it out to the edges and it's really weird. So that's why I do it from like bottom and top, and it causes it to have a dome effect. Now for the inside, we have one of my old close to my heart. It's Lucky Friendship. with someone that's coloring my world. And lovely, close to my heart, they were the ones that would have the U in words like color, honor, favor. For those of us in Canada and Britain and Australia, the ones that follow that convention of spelling. I also brought in Echo Park and just add glitter. And it had a bunch of other things that were about glitter. And it was like, oh, come, no, you've already got too much going on. Don't start going into the glitter thing, right? But I did each of the little flowers, which are actually little hearts. If you look closely at them, they're little hearts. I did each of those in a rainbow color too. So we've got a custom stamp that's going to go on the back. I'm catching a breath here. And then look at how much bled through to the backside. Those are all the dots from the alcohol markers. Happy face going in. Thanks, Annette. Now I'm going to be copying you. Although I might change it into a heart. Might have some love in the back there. We're placing down that friend just below the middle. I didn't want it to really cover up the two flowers on the left and the right that had the really nice ombre on them. I used that white Uti because, again, calming effect. Otherwise, there just would have been way too much going on. And shiny, bling, bling, yay! So I pulled the white discs out from the strawberry shortcake and I pulled out some of my mother of pearl ones. And oh, they're just so delicious. And there we are. That's the finished card. Look at it. When you shift it back and forth and oh, so pretty. So this is going out to a friend that I send a rainbow card for each June. So everybody, go be that change you want to see in the world. And I'm going to continue on too. Thanks for subbing and watching. We'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody.